Overture. Turn the lights. All right. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. I believe the code today is where is it? I know it was just starting with a 6. I think it's 61208. 61208. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get going. Let's get going. Let me get my other screen popping. Add camera. I got new cameras on here, so I'm gonna see if I can put them on here correctly. Do 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 do. Uh-oh. Put it like that. See what it does. See how that looks. It's got a little robot arm on here, so I can change it as I need. See, add and add. Right. Man, I wished I could change the screen sizes, but it will not let me change the screen size. They need to let me change the size of my screen. All right. We're gonna keep going. All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Let me check my audio right quick. And welcome. Let me check my audio. The audio looks good, sounds good. And I think my other stuff is on there correctly as well. All right. What's happening, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome one and all to the MOBALON sponsor, MrHairArt Show. I'm your host, Ronnie Mac. You guys know me as MrHairArt and Coach. And we are live. Huh, that's a weird thing. It gives me a code for 3 set up, but then it does 2. Very weird. Okay, nevertheless, yeah, we are live, guys. We're live. We're live on multiple different platforms all at the same time. We're live on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on LinkedIn, on Discord, and on our websites at MOBALON.com, MrHairArt.com, Twitch. On HairArt Network. I'm looking for my now I need my my cord. TripleHCharity.org and HairArt TV. What happened to my doggone cord? What's up, Beverly? What's happening with you? Welcome into the stream. I'm looking for my cord. I got a bunch of mess over here, and we just brought in a bunch of stuff, and we got a whole bunch more stuff that we're bringing in. So I'm trying to get this thing. I'm trying to get it organized where I can access it all and use it like I'm supposed to, like I need to. So hopefully I can get this baby rocking. And we're gonna run out. We're gonna run out here and check on our setup out here as well. You guys hold what you got. Okay, we're gonna see if that works as well. What the hell? Oh, is that that's the same camera? Hold on, guys. What's going on here? I think I have a remote in here that's the same remote as the other one. Yeah, I think. Shenanigans happening right now. Let's get this back on track. Get this back on track. I was gonna put a longer cord on there, but I'm gonna have to fix it first. All right, come on back. What's going on here? Yeah, unplug this, plug it back in. There we go. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Check, check, check. Okay. This is some weird stuff going on here. Dimitri, what's happening? Welcome into the stream, sir. Yeah, I'm wanting to get my audio in correctly, but the audio is going in and out from the other side. Salon Spa Studio 413, what's happening? Welcome into the stream. Where are you watching from? Salon Spa Studio. Where are you watching from? What else deals on there? Yeah, it should be right. Give me a heads up if you guys can hear me. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Only if you hear me. Okay. I was shooting some content earlier today, and I'm watching this vote that they have here in the House of Representatives. They're voting on $95 million. $95 million to send to Ukraine. Wow. But we don't have any money. We don't have any money for border security, for homelessness, for housing, for the United States, for reparations. It's funny to say that every time. We don't have any debt. The country doesn't have any money for any of that stuff. But we got a lot of money for Ukraine, billions and hundreds of billions of dollars. It's just weird. That's all I'm saying. It's just weird. If anybody has insights on that and knows what's going down with that, I'd like to know. 'Cause I got some insights, but obviously we're not going to share that here. Let's see here. I'm still waiting on it to download. I think that I'm up and running, so I'm gonna be checking on that in just a second. If anybody has questions, comments, suggestions, y'all are able to put that in the chat, and I will be able to address it directly. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's going really slow, guys. Really slow. And I want to look up my other. Let's check it. Let's just check it. We're gonna kick a field goal here. I'm gonna plug in, and then I'm gonna check and see if it initiates. If it does, then we'll have a winner. If it doesn't, then it's back to the drawing board. Because it says power in, but I do not think it's gonna initiate. All right, let's go audio check. Audio input. Nope, I do not see it. Nope, I do not see it, ladies and gentlemen. I do not see it. So what that means is I'm gonna have to plug in another one. See if that works. I got an idea that it may. Jonathan, what's happening? I'm fiddling around with this thing trying to get it to work, and it just crashed on me just a moment ago. So now, not crashed as in fail. Fell and hit the ground. Oh, so now I'm gonna see if I can plug one of these in and make it work. Where are you? Yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it looks really tore up though. Golly, what's going on here? Let me see. It looks really tore up, but I don't know what I got. Let me see. I think it has. All right. Let's see, guys. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, cross your legs, cross your eyes. Let's see what we got. Oh, you know what I could have did? Hold on, guys. I got a plan. Hold on. Watch this right here. Hold on. You know I got man. second. Has to initiate. Come on. Audio. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are perfect. Yeah, yeah. We are in business. We are in business. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna try this light here too. While we at it, may as well. It may shine into the other light, but we're gonna see if we can make it kind of set it down like that. How about that? I'm gonna oh man, it unhooked the other one. I just can't catch a break over here. Let's see. It clicked on something about a play. Hold on. Do 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 do. Oh, but I'm happy though. I got it, guys. We're running. Check 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 check. Oh, let me check my audio here. Check check check. Check check. Oh, nice, smooth and mellow. Nice, nice. Oh, we in the house. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's I? Oh, it's on my hat. Check check check. Hello 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 on the hat. All right. Check, check, check. Hello, hello, hello on the hat. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's on. It's on, guys. Okay, so I figured out what's going on with it. Um, I have a couple of different things I'm gonna do for our broadcast that's going to be going on from here on out, and then hopefully being able to include you guys in on the broadcast, and then setting up for uh, our live classes. Okay. Our live classes we're going to be able to do. And when we do our live classes, we'll be able to accelerate you guys to a very, very fast course, a very fast mobile salon school. So basically, what we'll be doing is we'll be setting up the regular school, the school online, okay, and then because we have so many issues, we have so many problems, and I'm not going to say why. I'm literally just going to keep it professional. Um, but we do have quite a few people that run into issues and run into complications actually executing a lot of the assignments, a lot of um, the tasks that are assigned to everybody in the school. So what I'm going to do, well, what we've already done is we made an exciting um, implementation for the school. We're going to be doing, we have a live format that is included in our plan for our school platform. So what that means is we'll be able to um, work with individuals, work with people live in the school. So we're going to include that in in this live. So this live that I do every day or every weekday, I may end up starting to do it every day, including Saturday and Sunday. But every day, we're going to include chapters in the school in this live. So, and it will count. It will actually, people that are in that chapter or that are on that section, um, will be able to work with us, and we'll be able to work with you guys and speed you along, or kind of help you through that chapter by showing you how to do it, what to do, and how it will work. Okay. So take, for instance, let's go into, let me see if I can share a screen here. Share screen. Now, last time I shared screen, this doggone thing, it acted like it was a lot of bandwidth that was being taken up, and it didn't like it. So we're going to see what it does. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the high end. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on the 3. There we go. And then we're going to go over here, and then wait. Hold on. Let's take us down here. Let's put us down here. I'm moving my tabs around. Okay, and then we'll work with the tab here. All right. Now let's go to the school. I had a couple of people call yesterday, and one lady told me that she had $100,000 and she wanted to buy a bus, but she also wanted to go through the school. Now, I don't know if she was serious. I had another lady that was with a charity, and they actually bought a bus. So they actually transferred their monies, $100,000 via wire transfer. And we're working on their bus as we speak. So when that happens, we literally just put in an order for a brand new bus to be delivered. It takes a while. It takes about a week or so to get our buses in. And normally I like to order buses in a group, so that we have them ready. But that's very expensive. These buses are not not to be not to be joked around with. But I like to order at least a few of the buses at one time. That way, even if I don't have an order for it, I like to order multiple. That way, I'm not behind. But I would have to have the monies up front, because we don't have credit like we did before. Before we had credit with the car manufacturer or the bus manufacturers, and because we ran into all of those issues with putting people in buses that we should not have put into buses, it kind of set us back a little bit. So now we're paying for the buses that we purchased, because the buses that we put out on the road, and these people, we had a couple of wrecks. We had some people that were doing things that they shouldn't be doing in buses. This is recently. And then we had some people that got into buses that were kind of doing their own thing instead of following the program and going with the program. These are buses that are paid for by sponsors, so you have to follow the program that the sponsors lay out. They went on and did their own thing, and that caused a pretty big rift with the sponsors. And now we don't have the credit that we had before to be able to just order buses and they just come and we pay for them on our credit. Now we have to pay up front until we get our credit back. So that's hurtful, because, and it's nobody's fault but mine. I cannot just be putting people in buses willy-nilly. I can't, because I'm trying to move the company forward. I'm trying to get people in buses. I'm trying to rush the process. I end up putting people in buses that should not be put in buses, or can't handle it, or is just plain and simply not ready yet. That's what's been happening. So the 2 wrecks that I told you about were from stylists who could not drive the bus, and it was just too much vehicle for them to handle. And they just couldn't. It was just bad luck. And then the other person it was kind of the same thing. It was just they couldn't handle the bus. So I told my sponsors that we have a live feature coming up that we're going to be doing from here on out. So I'll be able to interact with the people that are going through the school directly. I'll be able to interact with them and make sure from here on out that they know what they're doing and that we're going to be making conscious decisions for the people that are getting in buses. Now, um, one component that's a little bit controversial, but I'm entertaining it because that's the only way that we can assure. Hey, Miss Veronique, I see Miss Veronique is in the house. Um, this is the only way for me to assure that the people that are getting into the buses know what they're doing and that we won't have problems in putting a bus or putting keys in their hands to buses that they can or can't drive. So I told my sponsors that we're going to have them driving units. We're going to have everybody, the students driving units, not just when they come down here to pick up the bus, but or when we're delivering a bus to whatever state they're going to be operating in, they have to do a driving test. Okay, so from here on out, we didn't do that before because we took everybody at their word that they know how to drive and everything would be fine, and they had clean driving records, and they were, you know, it would be just fine just to hand them keys to a bus and they know how to drive. Not so. There are people that'll get behind this bus, even the vans, even the Mercedes Sprinters and stuff like that. If you have never driven these units before, this is very, very different from a car, okay, or a truck or SUV or whatever you're currently driving. This is very, very different. Okay, for one, and this is what I had a discussion with the last guy. Cool cat. I mean, I my heart went out to this guy, and unfortunately, we had to pull him out of the program because he just was not going to make it. I was unaware that he had some physical ailments. He had some handicap issues, and he was not able to, you know, do all of the things that an able-bodied person can do. And being able to having that much vehicle to drive, guys, you got to have all your faculties in order. And again, that's nobody's fault but ours because we're going off of what people tell us. If you tell us, hey, I got a good driving record, I know how to drive, I don't have any issues, I'm good at this, and we just go off of that, we're responsible now. We're the ones who are taking your word for it and putting a $150,000 vehicle in your hand just because you say you can drive it. Not good. It's not smart. So we toyed with this before, right after the pandemic, or maybe during the pandemic. That when I saw that there were some issues with people driving the vehicle, and they was one that we had issues with stories where people were driving too. Guess check this out, driving too slow on the roads because it's such a huge vehicle. They were not used to driving it, and then you got all of this stuff in the back. You got clippers and combs and liquids and fluids and shampoos and stuff. Then you got your chairs and your shampoo bowls, your tanks and your generators and your TVs and all that stuff. And when it's bolted all in there correctly, everything should stay secure. Okay. But we have people that'll go in and then they'll start messing with things. They'll start moving things around, unbolting things and putting it somewhere else, taking out. Take for instance, if you take out the little sanitation jar that has the sanitation fluid in it, if you take it out of its holder and set it somewhere and don't put it back before you drive off, it's going to be sloshing all over the place, and it can fall and break. And if that happens while you're driving and you're unaware, it will spook you. So you can't be having that type of stuff happening while you're on the freeway. You follow what I'm saying? So that was the type of things that was happening in in the hands of the barbers and stylists that get into the buses. So the young lady that told us that she wanted to buy her bus, I told her that's absolutely fine. You know, if she has the money, she's ready to go. She says she has her money and she's ready to go. But I went ahead and put in right there on the spot, and I wanted to hear from you guys what you thought about that move. I actually said, okay, well, even though you're paying $100,000 to $150,000 for this bus, I still need you to go through the school. I still need you to actually, um, and you're not going through as a finance option because you already paid for the bus. You're going through it to learn the bus. You're going through it to learn the program, learn how the operation works. Because again, you can't just go to Walmart and park and start doing hair. Okay, you got to have a license, whether you own the vehicle or not, whether you actually paid cash for it or not. You still have to follow the rules. You still have regulations that you have to follow, whether you own the bus or not. So I needed them to go through the school for that purpose. Now, um, and you know, I'm debating that. I see some people saying it may it may not be good to force someone to go to school. Uh, Jeremy, it's you got to understand. This is an issue where our reputation is on the line as well. Okay, Miss Verdi says good suggestion. Um, it's it's really our reputation on the line as well. If we're furnishing buses and you do not know how to operate that bus and you get out there on the road and bad stuff happens, not only are you endangering um, the people around you, you're endangering yourself. So if we teach you how to operate the bus, teach you how to drive it, how to park it, how to negotiate traffic, how to work the generators and the pump system and the electrical system. We had electrical fire the other day where some of the wires got crossed, and there was a fire, not a big fire, not one that destroyed the whole bus, but it was, you know, a fire. And that's why I've been ripping and running back and forth so much, because we have new systems we're putting in. We're working on the school. We're working on the shop, the building. We're putting together these events and just a ton of different things all at the same time. I have a responsibility to still maintain quality. Okay, so every stage of the buses are checked. We're putting into the school to where they're going to be separating the stages to where no one can just go in and run through the whole school, which is what was happening before. People were just able to go in and just run through the whole thing and just dot, knock it out and be done. And those, unfortunately, be the very people that call us and say, "Hey, I don't know how to turn the lights on in here. Hey, the bus it's a weird smell. It smells like burning rubber on here, like a smoky smell." And it's because they turned the generator and the heater and the wattage supply that supplies wattage or voltage basically to the ventilation system to turn the AC or the heater on. They're turning all of that stuff on because there's just switches that you just turn everything on. And if you turn it all on, things will overheat and start to burn. Okay, so you cannot turn everything on at the same time. You have to turn it on in sequence to make sure that the current is level all the way across. This is with any vehicle. Think about driving an 18-wheeler truck. You can't just crank up and just start driving. No, you have to set the air brake. You have to turn on your leveling system, because all of the 18 wheelers have levelers. You can't just drive off. You have to level it out with how much your load in the back is. And if it's not level, you will scrape the ground. You will be too high, and then there's a fear of flipping over. There's a ton of different things you have to do to actually ride. You have to let your oil warm up. There's heaters that are actually in the engine, uh, in the oil compartment that if it's diesel, that'll warm up the spark plugs for fuel before it shoots fuel into your engine to spark, because it doesn't work off of diesels, doesn't work off of regular sparking and combustion, or sparking and ignition. It works off of combustion. So the pistons are pushing until it pushes it to that chamber so tight to where the air and fuel mixture turns explosive, and it explodes and it pushes that piston back down. That's how you get your explosions for a diesel engine to run. Okay, so these are things that you would need to know. There is no crank it up and drive in the diesel engine. We do have diesel buses, and we tell people you cannot just crank it up and drive. It has to warm up. You have to go in sequence to warm it up to get it up to speed. And these are brand new vehicles. That's just how diesels work. That's just how it works. That's how the fuel works. Um, but if you're not reading, or if you're not going through the course, you won't know this. And you'll get in there and turn the key and crank it up, and it won't crank, and you'll be like, oh man, something's wrong with it. No, there's not. There's nothing wrong with the vehicle. There's something wrong with you. Because you're not following instructions. You haven't read anything. You ran through the school and didn't learn what you were supposed to learn, and so on and so forth. And then you look at us and say, oh yeah, these vehicles don't work, or the buses is not set up right, or what. I had a guy that I mean, it wasn't his fault, but still went to plug things up, his equipment into the generators. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't just go, oh man, I got a bad humidifier that steams up the pores well, that unit has a heater in it, and the heater coil is just like plugging in a actual heater burner for your house, and it needs tons of wattage at one time and continuously. So he's plugging that thing up with everything else in the bus running, and it just shuts everything down. So it's my fault. It's our fault. The bus doesn't work. No, you don't work because you did not learn. It's literally in the course, and I had to actually go and take him to the course where it explains the wattage and how much load you can put on the generator at one time. And I had to explain that to him, because he calling me like, man, the bus don't work, man. There's something wrong with it. There's something wrong. No, there's nothing wrong with it. There's something wrong with you. You can't just plug up whatever you want to plug up and think that it's going to work. That's not how this works. I had people calling saying that they're running out of juice, that they're literally, the bus is shutting down because they ran out of power. This is not unlimited power. This is not like at the house or at the shop where you can just plug stuff up and go and go and go. You have a finite amount of electricity or juice that you can use out in the field. Therefore, you have to regulate your usage. All of this stuff is in the school. All of it. All of it is in the school, and it teaches you step by step what you can do and what you can't do, how this works and how it doesn't work, what you can plug up and what you can't plug up, how far you can go and how far you can't go. You can't run the bus empty of gas. You can't, because if you run it empty of gas, and again, guys, this is one of our archive videos, because I'm going to take clips of it and put it into our other stuff. But I pulled up the school because I was going to go into a course, but I may as well tell you guys because I don't have all the stuff queued up. But still, it's the precautions, it's the things that you have to know in order to operate these buses. These are brand new buses. These are not old, rundown kind of, slap it together, put some duct tape on it and ride out. No, these are brand new buses, and you got to do it correctly. You got to operate them correctly. Otherwise, you're going to break something. So Like I was saying, the other thing was you can't run these buses out completely out of gas. If you run a bus completely out of gas, because you can do that with an older car or a regular, whatever. You run out of gas and it just runs like, oh man, I got to get a gas can and go and get some gas from the gas station, and then walk back over here or get a ride and drive back over here and put some gas in the tank, and then get back on the road. No, no, you cannot do that. Because if you run out of gas in these vehicles, these are brand new vehicles, they have electronic sensors all over the place. All of this stuff is electrically and digitally monitored. So when you're running low on gas, it tells you, hey, stop what you're doing, put some gas in here. Stop what you're doing, put some gas. Pull over and get some gas before you run out of gas. Why? Because when you run out of gas in one of these buses, the gas level and the vacuum lines for the bus are equal. So when you put gas in it, they go up. When you're running low on gas, they go down, but they stay equal all the way up and down. When you run completely out of gas, that vacuum line can only go so far down. Okay, with that gas goes down, and then the gas or the vacuum meets the gas. The gas goes down, the vacuum meets that gas, and it stays equal. It stays equivalent to how much gas you have in the bus. If you go down and that vacuum goes down, that vacuum only goes down so far and then it stops. It can't go down any further because there's nothing in the tank. So you run all of the gas out and the vacuum is now still going. There's no gas, but the vacuum is going. So what is that vacuum going to suck up into the engine? Into the gas, the fuel line of the engine. That's right, boys and girls. Air. It's going to suck air into the intake and into the engine, which engines don't like that. When you're sucking air into the line, into the gas line where there's supposed to be fuel, there's now air. Your car or your bus goes crazy. It goes wonkers. It says, "Hey man, there's a bad sensor. We don't know what's going on. What's happening? What is this happening? It's supposed to be fuel here. It's supposed to be a liquid here. There's air here. We don't know how to gauge that. We don't know how to put that in our computation. What is going on?" So it starts to, do crazy things. And I never had it happen to me before because I fear that greatly. My mechanics say, don't ever let it run out of gas. No, the salesman who sells us the bus, don't ever let it run out of gas. If anything you do, anything, just don't let it run out of fuel. Anything. I mean, you can go past the oil change date, you can go past the filter date, you can go past all of, but just don't ever let it run out of fuel. Everybody says the same thing. And yet we still have people running it completely dry, no gas. We still have people that do that despite all the warnings. We have a whole section in one of the chapters that says, do not run this bus out of gas because all the stuff that I just explained to you is in the school, and it's explaining, don't let it run out of gas because . We still have people that let it run out of gas. So as you can see, I know it sounds like a bit of a rant, but I have to explain this type of stuff so that I have it on record and it's documented, and I'm able to go back to it to show my sponsors that I did my job. I told these crazy ass people not to do this and to actually, but you can't. These are entrepreneurs. These are barbers and stylists. And y'all already know you can't tell barbers and stylists nothing. Most of them are entrepreneurs. They know everything. So you can't. I've had people call me and tell me, "Oh, I don't need the school. I just want the bus. I just want to get the bus. I don't need the school." And me, I'm okay, fine. So you have all your money to just buy a bus and just take a bus and go on back to business. Oh no, I need the finance. I need the program that this video was talking about. So you want the program to finance your bus, but you don't want to do what the program tells you to do, which is learn how to operate the bus. No, we're off to a bad foot already. And I get this almost weekly. I I look at the weeks of which I did not get one of those calls. I look for those weeks because it's mind numbing, guys. And y'all know I speak to everybody that comes into the program. I talk to them all because I have to approve everybody that comes into the program. So I talk to everybody. And now it's even more crucial because we getting so many knuckleheads coming in that do not understand right from wrong, they left foot from their right. And it's literally causing a problem with the whole program. Now we've lost our credit for just getting buses on credit, which is fine. I mean, we have the funds to just buy buses, but I don't like for us to look like that. Okay, when a sponsor looks at us and says, "Okay, well let's kind of back off a little bit and make sure that we're picking the right people." It's not us; it's just what we're doing. Hey, let's make sure that we're picking the right people to put on these buses, and then once we get that momentum going, then we can go back to where we were because we're having too many issues. We're having issues with people not following instructions. Okay, so that's one of our problems. Um, Stacy, yeah, I I wasn't talking about you, but I know you had one of those issues. And there's been, like I said before, I don't name any names, but when y'all come on and literally put your statement in the chat, you're naming yourself. Okay, you're putting yourself on blast, and I don't recommend you do that. I don't put anybody's name in these regurgitations that I put out there. I literally just say what the situation is and what's going on, and then I leave it at that. I don't gain anything by blasting people and putting their name out there and say, "Oh, this guy Billy Bob Shoemaker, yeah, he's horrible. He don't know what he doing. He be messing up this and messing up that. So here's this phone number. Y'all call him and tell him he's a piece of shit." I don't do that. Okay, I don't gain anything from that. I don't think anybody will gain anything from that. So I don't do it. What I do is I tell the story of what happened and what's going on so that we all can learn from it. And that's it. So I urge everybody, if you had an issue or had something go on with you and you happen to hear my story and it may just be about you, don't sweat it because there's no way for somebody to know that it's you unless you say it's you. So don't, and I'm not, again, Stacey, I'm not saying that any of this was you. I'm just saying don't call yourself out because you're going to be calling yourself out unnecessarily. All right. So anyway, we have those new evolutions that we're going to be doing from here on out to, number one, speed up the program, but do it safely and responsibly to where we don't continue to have the issues that we're having right now. I'm going to be incorporating the hair art school in with the program itself. So I'll be able to monitor that as well and work with you guys and get that done correctly so that we don't lose sponsors and that everybody learns what they need to learn and we're able to do. Again, I see some of the comments on here. And all I can tell y'all is this. I'm not going to read some of this stuff, but all I can tell y'all is this. If what I'm saying you didn't do or you're not doing, then shut the hell up. I'm not talking to you. And that's as nice and as respectable and as fair as I can put it. If you're not doing this, shut up. I'm not talking to you. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You mind your business. Now, if I'm saying something that you've done or that it refers to you, then guess what? I'm talking to you and I'll tell you to your face. Y'all know I don't pull no punches and I fear no man. I will tell you to your face, which I do. When somebody F's up, I tell them to their face, "Hey man, you messed up on this. You ain't supposed to do this and da 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 and this and this and that." Not a problem at all unless you make it a problem. So I just, like I said, people nowadays are very, very sensitive on all sorts of things, and the slightest and the smallest thing can set people off. And I'm just telling you and letting everybody know, I'm just not the person you want to be sensitive with. I'm just not the person. or this is just not the company that you need to be with, because I'm going to tell you when you mess up. I'm going to tell you when you're going astray so that I can get you back on track. That's it. Just so I can get you back on track and we can get moving. I'm trying to make millionaires over here. I don't have time to babysit. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I'm trying to make millionaires over here. I don't have time to babysit. People who are strong-minded, people who are serious about the program, professionals, that's who I deal with. When I find out that you're just a whiny little baby, not a whiny little bee, a whiny little baby that needs their hand held and that can't hold responsibility, then this is not for you. And I'll let you know this is not for you. I'll hand you your money now I can, I hand your money to you right then and there until you have a nice day, that you're out of the program, and that's it. All because I got a job to do. We're trying to do something over here. We're trying to make something that's going to benefit a lot of people, and that's going to revolutionize our entire industry. And we do not have time to slowpoke with people who do not want to follow the rules or understand the program or move with certainty and understanding to be able to operate the business. Like I said before, I got people that are literally telling me, "Oh, I don't need the school." Then if you don't need the school, when I ask you a couple of simple questions from the school, when I ask you a couple of simple questions, you should be able to answer them because you don't need the school, right? When I tell you, where do you get a permit to cut hair at a specific location, at an apartment complex, at a grocery store, at a concert, a football game, where do you get the permit to actually be able to drive to that location and park and do hair and collect money from the general public? Where do you get that permit? If I ask you that, you should be able to tell me, because you don't need the school, right? If I ask you specific things, where do you dump your shampoo bowl water? Where can you dump it at? Where are you legally able to dump your shampoo bowl water? The water from the tank, when you use it, you shampoo and the water drains out, that water has chemicals in it. That water has curls and relaxers and colors and perms and everything in there. You can't just dump that down the drain. You have to dispose of it properly. Where can you dispose of it? Or you will get fined. They will fine you, or they will shut you down. Okay, and you have to have a log of where you dispose of that water. So matter of fact, did you know where's your log? Where's your log for where you dumped your shampoo bowl water, your contaminated chemical laced water? Where did you dump it? And where's the log that says where you dumped it? And then where's your black water tank dump? Where are you dumping it? Where's the location where you dump your black water? The black water is the toilet water, the water from people going to the restroom. Where do you dump that at? People don't know. If you don't know, how do you not need the school? That's a problem for me. I just don't understand how people can be so arrogant and brazen where they can just, "Oh, I don't need the school." Well, you should be able to answer these questions. I got 100 of them. I got 100 of them. I got 100 questions I can ask anybody who tells me they don't need the school. I got 100 questions. 100. 100. I got 100 questions where I would ask anybody who says I don't need the school. If you can answer those questions, I will tell you to your face, and I'll tell anybody who questions you, no, they don't need the school. They got it. They're good. They don't let them ride. Let them do their thing. They know what they're doing. I'll say that. I'll vouch for you myself. But I promise you, there has been nobody. I haven't had anybody get past question number 5. Question number 5, let alone 95. My school covers all of that, everything and more. So that's why it is important. That's why I literally made it to where the school costs nothing. We charge absolutely nothing for the school. The monies that you put in is a deposit. It's a deposit for your bus. It goes to your bus. You're paying off a bus. That deposit goes towards the bus. The school is free. That's how important the school is. We literally don't charge for the school. We could charge an arm and a leg because it's just that important, but we don't. We want you getting in, learning what you need to learn so that you can get out on the streets and execute and use and work this business without problems and actually make the entire industry look good. There you have it. Well, guys, this has been another rep. I had to do this so that I have it on the books on my archive, so that I'm able to go back to it and say, look, this is where we were. And I was supposed to talk about the Super Bowl issue with my other buses, which we got taken care of, thank God. But I ran into this issue earlier today, and I had to deal with this and put this on archive because we had another issue that was right there about that. So you just, matter of fact, I need to change my title. I think they let me change it in here. Let me see. Instead of Hair Art at the Super Bowl, I'll try to get back to that one maybe tomorrow. This is Mobile Salon Questions. How about that? Mobile Salon Questions. Gosh, no, STONS. All right, it does let me change it. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to put that as Mobile Salon Questions. It should change it in the title, and then we'll archive it. And hopefully, yep, it doesn't. All right, good. See, it works to ask questions and test stuff out. Okay, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate your time, appreciate your effort, and I hope you guys learned something from this. This is going to be excruciatingly important. Once we start the live school, the Mobile Salon live school, just like this right here, but with all of the bells and whistles, with all of the programs, all of the issues y'all won't have to worry about. We still have our instructors, we still have assignments, we still have all of that, but we'll be able to do it live and actually zip you through all of this stuff. So we'll be announcing that. Well, we're announcing it now. I'm announcing it. And then I'll be showing you guys how you will be utilizing that system and getting in position. So prepare yourself and get ready. I'm also going to be showing you guys. Thank you, Miss Veronique. Miss Veronique let me know the time. I'll be showing you guys the new buses. I still have to do that. I got a lot of stuff on the list. Just like we just talked about, all of the do's and don'ts and all of the worry and the red lights that you have to watch for operating these buses. The new buses has even more. The new buses are spectacular. They are the most awesome thing I've ever seen, but they come with a lot of challenges. It's very digital. You have to know what you're doing in order to operate these buses. So we're going to be doing some heavy and intense training to get everybody in position and to make sure that everybody's making money the easy way and not, treacherous, hard drilling on this thing. I need for this thing to actually work where everybody can get in here and do their thing. All right. That'll do it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. 6 o'clock, same bat time, same bad place. You guys, if you have any questions, just throw them in the chat. I still am able to see. I see a lot of people that ask questions after the show, and we are able to address those questions later. Most of the time, it'd be my receptionist or my agents that'll answer, but a lot of the times it will be me. Because I like you all already know, I like to talk and converse with people. If not for any other reason, is to find out who we're dealing with and if we should be dealing with this person. Literally, like one of the most one of the main things for me conversing with people. Okay, thank you. They tell me to get out of here. All right, thank you, everybody. I'm Ronnie Mac, owner of the Shops Salons Network, the HairArt Network, and the new Mobile Salon Network. Bidding you guys peace and blessings. Please take care of yourself, and if you can, take care of someone else. If we all Did that, we all will be taken care of. If you haven't signed up to the Mobile Salon Network, go to mobalon.com, MOBALON.com. Applications at the top of the page on the right-hand side. Click on it, fill it out, and submit it back in. If everything is good, someone will contact you and let you know what the next steps are. If you haven't donated, please donate. We have our own charity called Triple H Charity. Stands for Haircuts for the Helpless and Homeless. You can go to www.hhscharity.org to donate. We use your donations to build the buses and to build the buses that go out and do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. We also use your donations to pay the barbers and stylists that go out and do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. All right, guys. Okay, thank you, Barry. I appreciate that, Barry, with the donation. Barry coming in heavy with the donation. Appreciate it, Barry. Barry, I think you did a donation last week too. I didn't even acknowledge you, but I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. I think you're up on our wall too. We got a big wall up at the front for all of our donors that donate to the charity. Everybody that donates a certain amount goes up on that wall. We have everybody that donates, even if you donate $1, $5, $10, whatever, that goes on our website. But everybody that donates like 1,000 or more goes on our big wall that's up at the front. And physically, your name goes up there so that when people come in, they can actually see who's donating to the Triple H charity. So it is very awesome. I like that a whole lot because it shows that people who are donating, they're getting their flowers for participating and helping others to get back on their feet. So it's awesome. I'll show you guys that as well on another show. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I appreciate everybody for coming in. I'll see you all tomorrow. Everybody, please take care of yourself. Watch out for each other. And remember our motto, respect yourself, because image is everything. Peace.